Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is an update video for April 2017 for the channel, for the Beam channel, and the server. There's quite a bit going on for this update video today. Here in over the last month and a half, the YouTube channel's been pretty active overall. Seeing the playthrough completed of Portal 2. The series of Tomb Raider has begun on the channel as well. The only thing is here in the last week or so it's been a little bit more quiet, and it probably will remain a bit more quiet. I'd gotten into a point where I had been doing uploads just about every day, and that's probably not very sustainable. So everyday videos probably will not be happening once I get back into the swing of things. It might be about another week or so. I've been kind of out this week, mostly with a cold. You can probably still hear it in my voice a little bit today. But yeah, so when videos start coming back up, they might be, I might do it every other day or something. Every once in a while, maybe I'll get into something every day, but it's not sustainable in the long run, especially since I'm somebody that has, a daytime job, a family, and whatnot. It's just every day posting videos 20 to 30 minutes long just isn't going to be something that I can do long term. With that being said, that's overall good news for the YouTube channel. It's doing well in that sense. We've had a lot of good series, a lot of good videos going up. The Beam channel doing pretty good as well. Once again, it's been about a week or so. Actually, I streamed this past Monday. Like right when I was starting to get sick, and I sounded like crap that day. Yeah, so I'm gonna be streaming. I had been doing most days of the week, but once again, it's gonna be one of those things where that's maybe not sustainable either. So, every few days, maybe twice a week, 3 times a week. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'll stream when I can, I guess, is probably the best way I can put it. And then finally it comes down to the server, and the server, it's one of those things where I ended up announcing today to staff members first, and then obviously at the time of this video's release, and I've also told the general players in Discord anyway, that the server is going to be closing down, and that's due to a few different reasons. One of the big reasons is if I look at this, I'm the only one on. And, that's fine. I mean, we've always been a smaller server, and I've never been really super interested about numbers. It's never been about money. It's never been about, that kind of thing. But at some point, it kind of has to. You know what I mean? The money, it never was about money. So it's not because I'm trying to cheap out or it's too expensive or whatever. I would still never accept any donations for it. But, I'm paying for a server where frequently there's fewer than 1 or 2 people on. So am I paying for a server for 1 or 2 people to consistently use, or what? And it kind of goes back to the origins of this server, of the ComCraft server. It's been a great learning opportunity for me as an owner and as an admin potentially, for other servers. I've learned a lot. I really have. And, whether that's plugins, whether that's managing people, managing staff members, I think that I learned a whole lot from this experience. But the whole thing is that this server was created for a particular reason. And that reason being was that, we had started out on the Mystic Realm server. And, it's one of those things where we were worried about that server having to be shut down at one point. And so that was kind of why the server was born. It was born as like a backup option or a fallback option of to keep the community together so that we could all kind of transition over and still be able to play together. Because we had a pretty close-knit community. The owner at the time, anyway, over at Mystic Realm, had decided to go off and kind of start his own thing, which, I look at now, and I've been to his new server, and he's doing a much better job. He's much happier with it. He was able to do things kind of the right way, or the way that he wanted this time around, which good for him. But, that kind of left the rest of us in the dark there in Mystic Realm. And so we were worried because he wasn't really on, he wasn't really around. Yeah, he had appointed somebody to be kind of the new owner, so to speak, but he was still managing the finances, still like paying to keep the server up. So we were just thinking that it was a matter of time before the server would possibly close down. So that's when myself, along with two other admins from the server there, decided to kind of keep ahead of the curve. And so we started doing this. And the reason why I did it is because at the time, I guess I was in the best position to do it, where I could put the money out for a server. It's not that I was really any better than they were. I mean, they're really good at what they do and good staff members. Honestly, they're both still over there even now. And one of them is actually the new owner, like, and legit has transferred ownership over to him. He runs the finances now, and it's doing really well. And so, kind of coming full circle, the whole purpose of the server kind of went to crap. I mean, it really isn't what it was meant to be. It was meant to be the fallback server, but when that didn't happen, when the transfer of ownership actually went through, that kind of negated the whole reason why we did this. So, which was fine. I mean, the ComCraft server had mild success here within the first 2 months or so of it being up. We had a YouTuber, Spikeosaurus, who, he started on the server with 12 subscribers, and he now has like 550. I mean, he built up an audience using our server, and that's one thing that I'm never going to forget. I mean, and I hope that he doesn't either. I mean, it really did provide some positive things that came out of it. But, while we had some success in the first couple months, and there were days where we frequently had 5, 6, sometimes 7, 8 people, at a time on the server, within the last 2 months or so, it's been quite the opposite. And so it's been mostly 0 people on the server, except for, maybe when I'm on, maybe when we hold some sort of minor event or whatever, we might be able to spike back up to 5 or 6 players at a time, but it's never long-lived. And people aren't really playing on the server anymore. People that once were on the server have kind of gone out and either returned to Mystic Realm because it's a great server and things were already kind of established there, or they've gone elsewhere, for various reasons. And so it's not really anybody's fault. I mean, other than maybe my own. I never really advertised this server very well. Yeah, there were voting sites, and, and so, you could go and vote on these websites down here, but, it's one of those things where, it worked out well in the beginning because we were listed as a new server on those websites, but after a while, after a month or two, we were no longer listed as new, but at the same time, we didn't have enough votes to stay at the top. So, and I never really did a good job at advertising beyond that. So, like I said, if anybody's to blame, it's myself. The Discord for the server is going to remain. It's going to kind of transition over to kind of a YouTube or Beam kind of centric Discord, where it's going to have video postings. It's going to have whenever I live stream and I want to get people included, it's going to be over there. So the Discord will still stay around. And yeah, so I mean, really the only thing changing is that the server itself is going to be shut down at some point here soon, the next couple days to maybe a week. It might be up for at least another few days before I get around to it. And the other thing too is that, after I log out from doing this video, I'm probably going to be taking a break from Minecraft altogether for at least a week, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. It just, at the same time, I feel kind of burnt out from the whole thing. Part of it is kind of the whole, not so much regret. I don't regret doing this, but, at the same time, it's kind of the shame of yeah, kind of tail between the legs. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe there were things I could have done a lot better here. And maybe I could have saved it, maybe not. I don't know. But so I'm going to be taking a break from Minecraft altogether here for a little bit. But a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long, whenever it passes through, and I'm feeling better about it again, because I know I will, just a matter of time. At that point, I'll be possibly looking for other admin type positions on other servers, depending on if I'm needed or wanted or whatever. I mean, I do have some skills and some things that I can provide. So, yeah. So I mean, that's kind of my plan going forward. Like I said, the transition for the server and the Discord is going to happen over the next few days, up to a week or so. But everybody just kind of keep your eyes open for things to come. I want the whole community to stick together, whether that's the original Minecraft community that we had, or if it's the YouTube community, the Beam community. Overall, they're all great, and they all kind of serve different purposes. And the thing is that there's always people that only are exclusive to one group or the other, and so sometimes it's kind of hard to reach out to all of you, because obviously this will be a YouTube video. I'll post this in the Discord, so maybe they'll watch it, maybe they won't. And yeah, Beam is a whole other thing. So, and really, my Beam community isn't super familiar with the ComCraft server because I've only ever done maybe 1 or 2 videos or 1 or 2 streams on it, and it was never for very long. So, honestly, the Beam community is probably gonna be the least upset about it. But yeah, that's kind of what we've got going on here. And if anybody has any questions, obviously just let me know. In the Discord is probably the best way to get a hold of me, or in the comments section down below. But yeah, so some changes to come here in the next couple days to a week. I just thought it'd be worth letting everybody know kind of what's been going on, or what will be going on anyway. I guess the decision for it has kind of popped up over the last few days for sure. But I mean, honestly, this has been something that's been in my mind for maybe about 2 or 3 weeks now. I wanted to give it a chance, maybe see if it would go forward. Part of me was like, well, if I can hold the server out until summer. In the summer, there's a lot of people that are off of school. Whether it be high school, middle school, whatever, college even. ComCraft server actually was pretty popular among college-age students, but summertime, people are off school, they have more time, that sort of thing. So I was thinking about holding out and waiting till then, but I honestly, at this point, I don't think it's going to bounce back. So, I'm going to cut my losses, and, the server, one thing is I haven't decided if the server I'm going to get rid of entirely, or if I'm just going to shut down this portion of it and then repurpose it for something else, whether it be some sort of ultra hardcore thing, or a survival server for me and a select few friends to do YouTube or streams off of. Honestly, I haven't made that decision yet, but, honestly, the ComCraft server will be shut down, in the way that you see it right now. It won't be here anymore. So, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know on Discord or in the comments down below. And thanks for your support through all of this on the server and on the YouTube channel. And I will catch you guys next time.